be alive. I don't know, mom. Give me a second. Let me do it again. Okay. I don't know, cause um, technology.
Darling.
Oh, I'll need you to bring it to the repeat. What up? I don't know what happened. Did you get the link? The new one. And still, I sent a new one. Okay. I don't know now. Because I sent you a new one. Let me send that again. You know, because somebody else is failing as well. So I'm thinking, try this one. Let's see. Might have to. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, hi, dear.
Hiya.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How come every time people say I can't get in and others get in? How does that work?
I was actually waiting for people to start saying they are in or not. So when you sent the second one, I said, okay, let me come in now. I didn't even try earlier, so I
Hmm.
figured, let me just see.
I don't know. Let me. Mama, can I have that one and I try it for you? Oh, okay. No worries. Okay, so which one did you use, dear?
The second one that you sent.
This one that okay, the one that I just sent now.
Yeah.
All right. Um. Okay. You know the time difference. I might have lost Anestia because we were speaking, and then I don't know whether time difference because now I can't see her online.
Which country is she?
No, I can't see her. I don't know whether because she was going to Chicago today, and
Okay.
then she was just gonna circle in and get on the Google Hangout, but I can't find it anymore. Let me ask Kai.
Okay.
Um, but since now it's broadcasting, we might as well just carry on. Hey, new director. Hi, Ru. Are you quiet because you can't talk, or you quiet because you dumbfounded? Where are you? Type at least on the group chat so that we know what's going on. The woman is quiet. These ones that say they can't find implants. Yeah, I can't. Oh, Ru, are you able to talk? Can you type? Because I need you to talk today. Because I'm still waiting for Stanestia to confirm where she is. Are you able to talk where you are? Can you hear me? Oh, goodness gracious me. Ru, are you able to talk? The okay. I'm trying to unmute you now. Now I can't unmute you, D. And then can you unmute yourself? And then Ru says she can't hear me. She might need to log off and log on. How did that happen? Oh Lord. Now I can't unmute you. I can't be talking to myself. Lord have mercy. Oh, this is hilarious. Shall we start again? What do you guys want us to do? Because this is weird. Hmm. I'll send another link, guys. Let's start again. Oh, Rue is here. Oh dear, if I start again. Hold on before you go. Hi, Rue, are you? Oh my goodness. The Rue? Everyone is muted, so I was thinking let's start again because.
Ah, I can hear you guys now.
Oh, you can. True. And then, okay, so if you can hear, all right. Okay, so it's good because I want you to say something. Yeah? So, if you guys can hear me, just thumbs up. Again, as usual, I've lost Stanesia. This is just becoming like a habit. I don't know what to say. I can only apologize, but I'll share what she had shared earlier after Rue shares her experience. Rue, can you just hey, guys, a big applause to our latest director, Rutendo. We are so excited that you're moving and shaking, and we're just so happy that you, with whatever that you're doing, you are just contributing to the team. You bring so much goodness and you bring so much vibe and positivity. So what I just want you to share with the team is your journey so far with TLC, as well as the products and what you like about the company, what you like about this opportunity, and basically, where do you want to go from here, and how have you been able to handle the pressures as well as basically the challenges that we've been facing? So just share from your heart, basically, when you joined TLC, why you wanted to, why you started with TLC, um, your favorite products, and how you've handled the ups and downs, and how you have managed to succeed despite all the things that are going on at the moment, and where you want to, you visualizing yourself in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years with TLC.
Thank you so much. Before I say anything, like I just want to thank SIBU as well. I wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't for her. She's just a well of advice, and she was always there for me whenever I needed to ask any questions. She's just been really, really great and a very good source of information for me. I started TLC just before Christmas, a few days before Christmas, and it's been a really interesting journey. It's been a really interesting journey. Immediately when I started it, I just felt in my spirit change my life, and it went in alignment with the the vision that I have for my own life. So I just kind of ran with it and just threw myself into the business side of TLC. I really enjoyed selling the products. I love the TLC products. I can sing about them all day, especially the tea. My skin has really, really cleared. My hair is so much thicker. I've lost a lot of weight. I'm lactose intolerant, but because of the tea, I'm not suffering anymore because of the lactose intolerance. So product-wise, Yasso tea is my favorite. The Emu oils, another firm favorite, gets rid of stretch marks. And I like the coffee, but I prefer the tea. I'm not much of a coffee drinker. And business side, it was challenging, obviously, because of the delays with the tea. But it was also the way that I saw it. I said that if I'm in a company where I've got a product that I can't keep in the house, that tells me that there's a demand. So I wasn't really too concerned about delivery times and everything. I just took it as a challenge. I tell all my customers, look, the tea flies off the shelves because it's magic tea. Everyone wants it. So if you want the magic, you'll have to wait. And they were okay with it, just communicated with them throughout the process and haven't had like any problems, had really great feedback from customers as well. They really like it. And I think once I realized that if you, Sibu advised me because there was a time when I was a bit stressed about delivery. So Sibu just said, look, just talk to your customers, tell them what the situation is. And so far, so good. Out of all the customers that I've had, I think I've only had one who wanted a refund. Everyone else was okay. In terms of taking the business further, I think when I realized that the products were a winner and that I could do this long term, I started asking Sibu a lot of questions about, oh, what do I need to do if I want to get here? My first goal was director. So when she explained it the first time, I felt like it was such a huge mountain, but she broke it down and I'd send her messages like first thing in the morning and then call her and then she'd explain, bless her heart, when she was sleeping. So I started studying like the compensation plan and just plugging into everything that she said and all the training and seeing what other people were doing and trying as well to, the hardest bit of the journey for me was in changing like how I do things on social media. But we've got Kai who he's been helping us a lot, so that helped a lot. And then by God's grace, then found myself a director. So I'm gonna keep working hard. Now my goal is to create a solid foundation for the team and the business under me and to go as far as I can with TLC. So I just want to encourage you guys, whoever's on the call, regardless of whether you've been in network marketing or not, I think the key ingredient is just if you're excited about what you're doing, you'll always get the fruit. And we have to be mindful that, you might post something, no one might comment, but people are watching. So we need to be consistent and you need to keep sowing your seeds. You need to keep sowing your seeds, and communication is so important with your customers. Don't just look at them as people to get money from, but find out what they need, find out what solutions they need, and offer them those solutions, and people will always come back to you. Again, thank you so much, Siu, for all your help and everything you're doing for the team. And I can't wait until until you become like the first global over here in the UK.
Oh my days, excellent, excellent. We all can do it. You know, Dee, we come a long way. We used to sit next to each other in geography. I've never shared this, but we were in secondary school with Dee, and we used to sit next to each other in geography. And bless her, these are the relationships that we need to build as people. Kai always talks about relationship building, and I guess if I were nasty, all those years, donkey years ago. I'm not going to even mention how many years back it was, but it was a long time ago. So when you are a nasty person and you exude that negative energy, at the end of the day, people won't want to work with you. People won't want to be with you. People take it for granted. And the mistake that a lot of people make, they think that network marketing or MLM or whatever that we're doing is just about selling and recruiting. And that's the word that most people make a mistake with. Hence, that's why sometimes you shouldn't be too desperate for upgrades, because you might end up bringing in something that's going to bite you. You want to form relationships with people that you're going to work with. You want to form those kind of relationships whereby you trust each other, whereby it's a ride or die kind of situation. Because when you're just all about numbers, oh, I just want, come to my business, come compensation plan, we get paid 5 ways, we get paid 6 ways, it's not going to work. Because at the end of the day, the way it's going to be like is what's going to be is like you don't know the people, and you don't have any relationship. So it's just you're just going to be grinding and just like rubbing each other the wrong way, because they don't know what you're about. They don't know what um personal development means. They don't know what creating relationships, long lasting relationship means, because in this industry it's for life. And you want to create those relationships whereby when you are working, you trust each other. When you're working, you have a good understanding, that even if you don't speak to each other for a day, 2 days, but you have that understanding between the two of you or amongst your team, whereby you share the same vision, you know where you're going, instead of one person going that direction, the other one going that direction, the other one going that direction, it becomes so stressful and it becomes very hard, because how can two work together unless they're in agreement? So yes, it's good for us to have to upgrade people, to sign up people, but you know what? Some people are better off as customers, if you understand, if you get what I mean. They would rather be customers than your partners, because if they are your partners and they are stressing you and they are giving you aggro double or 3 times the one you get from customers, then that person doesn't have an entrepreneur mindset. That person doesn't understand what it takes to be a successful network marketer. And that person, it means that they are not taking time, because those that have been taking time, they have seen that TLC, Total Life Changes, is a very transparent company. They've been doing YouTube videos, they've been doing broadcasts, taking us to the warehouse, taking us to the back office, showing us what is going on behind the scenes, so that we have a better understanding that yes, the team may be delayed 5 weeks, 6 weeks, but it will eventually come. And how can you not wait for something that's going to totally transform your life in a way that you will not even recognize yourself? And then the funny thing is, people would stress about one product, but we've got so many other products, and we've got so many other products that at the end of the day, I've been discovering them, and I'm like, oh my goodness, we are, because if no one can, if you're not to sign up anybody, you can have a good solid income from just selling TLC products. And what I like about our products is that they work. And when you position yourself, or when your posture is in such a way that you are not spamming, because you're not spamming people, and you are not um, being a pain in such a way that people are so fed up and tired of you that when they see your post, you establish that you build yourself up as a brand. And those that have been coming up to these hangouts, they are the ones that are succeeding, because we've been getting Kai. I mean, now he's an executive, he's a regional, not even an executive. We might not even get him as much as we used to get him, because he is so extremely busy. So we have to fight for our position. And so we have been blessed. We've had front row seats. And all of you that have been coming to the hangouts and implemented all the things that he was talking about, you know they've been working. You've seen a change in yourself. You have seen a change in how that the law of attraction is working in your business, because you've now moved on from being um, just a network marketer or just a salesperson to somebody that's branding themselves as an individual, to somebody that's creating long-lasting relationships in such a way that if tomorrow you were going to go to your page and sell Nokia 5210, people will want to buy it. They would want to buy that Nokia 5210 because you've established that trust, you've established those solid relationships that are long lasting. That even if you tell your customer, you know what, this tea, it may take long, but it's coming. They will believe you, and they won't be hounding you, calling you every second. They would actually pay for mass supply because they know, they believe in what you do. They see the excitement in you. They see you being happy about what you're doing. They see that you are going somewhere, because people are not interested in people that are not going nowhere. I saw somebody on Facebook complaining about their boyfriend dumping them. So what? Who cares about that? Dozen people get dumped every day, but they don't put it on Facebook. So you think people are going to come back to that person's wall tomorrow and want to find out what they put? If they're coming back, it's because they just want to see whether they've hanged themselves or they've done something stupid. But it would not be anything to do with being and like it won't be anything to do with them being built up by that kind of person that shares such things. So we have to be weary. We have to go against the grain. We have to be different, because we live in a world where there is so much negativity. We live in a world where people don't even know. That's why they say we are the 5%, we are the 10%. Stanasia was saying yesterday that you have to be crazy. You have to know that you are crazy and have the belief of craziness, because what you believe in for, you haven't even seen it. And and if you haven't seen it, the next person hasn't seen it, but you know that it's possible because you are in a team whereby a person joined in November with the same arms, with the same head, with the same nose and everything. They joined in November and they're making not less than 10 grand a week. So how is it not possible for you? But if you cannot believe it for yourself, because at the moment you may be earning $20 a week, there's no way that you're gonna carry yourself or work towards that 10,000 a week, because you feel, you might say, oh yes, 36K run, but you don't believe it. You don't feel you deserve it. There are some people that don't believe that they deserve the best. They always think it's for the next person. Why? Why do you have to think that you deserve third best, fourth best, leftovers? And it's that mentality that we're trying to reprogram our minds to get to that point where we understand that yes, we deserve it and it is going to come. But the difference is, whilst it's coming, what is important is, what are you doing whilst you're waiting? What are you doing about it? Are you just waiting like those people that are saying, okay, I'm going to wait for my product to come And then when it comes after 6 weeks, I'm then going to order again and wait for another 4 weeks. And then when it comes, it means they don't believe in themselves, they don't believe in the company, they don't believe in the products. So what's the point? They might as well be just like customers because they are not seeing the bigger picture. They are not seeing the potential. It means they've not even done their due diligence. There are people that just say, oh, me, I just join. I don't think much about it. You need to think much about it before you join. You have to. I'm not saying you have to over process. Like some people that will ask, oh, what's the compensation plan? And what do I need to do to be ambassador? For crying out loud, you are a tour tracker. You are just a tour tracker and you've just bought 4 packs of tea. You want to know how and how much it takes to be a TLC ambassador. That doesn't make sense. You have to have goals that are achievable and that have like that you can see that, okay, if I'm a tour tracker, then what does it take for me? It means, okay, now I can be deciding whether this opportunity is for me. What do you do while you're being a tour tracker? You're finding as much information as you can about the opportunity, about the company, about the products. Hence, that's why a lot of people are like, but then they didn't tell us that you also sell other products. But each and every one of us, once we join and become IBOs, independent business owners with TLC, we get a free website that has got resources, that have got um, presentations, that have got all the products. So why would someone who calls themselves an independent business owner, somebody that says they want to earn 10,000 per week, not take an hour, 30 minutes of their time to log into their back office to find out what the company is selling, what the company that they have signed up into to go 50% with that company? Because Jack Fallon is going 50-50 with us. It's a partnership. We sell something, he takes 50, we take 50. It is a fair partnership. And then you're not going to take time for you to know about your company that you are saying, this is my legacy, this is going to transform my life, this is going to change my life. And you say, oh, how come people didn't tell us that we have other products? That is that mindset that keeps us in poverty. That is that mindset that makes us make $20 per week when other people make 500, when other people make 1,000, when other people make 5,000, when other people make 10,000 a week. Because it's the mindset. And people wonder why they will keep on doing something and don't see the success. Those are the issues that we have to handle. Those are the mindsets. We need to perform that neurosurgery in our heads, in our brains, to change it so that we can be chief custodians of the funds, of the money that we want to earn with TLC. Everybody wants the money, but no one is willing to go through the process. Today, I did not want to do this hangout. A lot of stuff happened this afternoon. I didn't. I was so tempted to say, you know what, guys, let's postpone. But that there has to be a difference. It has to show that I'm hungry enough. I have to be consistent in what I'm doing. Ever since we started these hangouts, come rain, come sunshine, come black, blue, green, we've always had these hangouts. Do you think that at the end of the day, everything has been nice? Everything has been fabulous. My house has been in order. My job has been in order. The products have come in. No, they haven't. Sometimes you've got customers on your neck. You've got IPOs on your neck. And just things not going on. You're trying to order and the card would not go. And you know that you need to place this order there and then. But you don't give up. Sometimes we make mistakes. How long did it take us to know which one is our left leg, which one is our right leg? And some people would give up because of that. Oh, they didn't show me. They didn't tell me how to do my preferred placement. Oh, you didn't tell me how to do my power. Which one is my power leg? You should tell me these things. The only difference when in this opportunity is that someone may start a day before you, but at the end of the day, we are all IBOs and we are all trying to get to the finishing line. And each and every one of us has to carry the weight, go through the process, do it even when it hurts, do it even when it's so difficult, because you can't be given the responsibility when you are not ready. How many of us right now, if we were given 2 million, we would really use it wisely? How many of us, let's say cash 2 million is given to us this very second. We want it. All of us want that money. That's why you see state lottery winners, when they go back to check their lives, most of them are living back in poverty or worse off than they were before they even won that money. Because when they won that money, they were not prepared. They had not gone through the process. Even the diamond has to go through all the, like it's diamond is coal, isn't it? The diamond is coal that has gone through the process to become that sparkling diamond. It can decide to remain coal, but then it goes through all that, and it takes years and years and years for it to become a diamond. So let's not shun it. Let's not shun time to listen to tapes or recordings about people that are succeeding. Let's not shun reading for 20 minutes. If you're not going to read anything, even the book of Proverbs, it's amazing. The book of Proverbs will tell you that a little sleep, a little slumber. At the end of the day, everyone wants to succeed. And if you want to see how people are crazy, let there be an upgrade. Let there be somebody that has become an associate or a director. The next statement, instead of congratulating, people are moaning. Where's my tea? I want my tea. I'm becoming discouraged. You didn't tell me that if I don't do my ownership, I don't get paid. You are in partnership. The contract is, in order for you to get paid, in order for you to get your commissions, you need to maintain your ownership. How can you be getting commissions from nowhere? Because people have got that mentality of getting handouts. They just want free things. Right now, people will look at us. They might be talking about us. They're thinking, we'll see where it's going to go. But you know what? Even if you guys do not become millionaires, but I know you will succeed. You will be better off than you were yesterday, better off than you were 6 months ago. Because what we are doing here is separating us from the rest. We're not even going to be involved in kerfuffles, in all the things. And sometimes I look at before. If I saw anything on Facebook, I was so quick to run my mouth. I was so quick. But I've told myself that if I'm going to run my mouth, I have to also run my mind. It has to be at par. As much as I run my mouth, I have to ensure that I run my business the same way I run my mouth. Some people run their mouths faster than they run their business. What's the point? What's the point? Everybody can run their mouth, but actions speak louder than words. And we have to be consistent. We have to do the things that we are being advised on by people that have been there before. Sometimes it's not nice, sometimes it's difficult. Like right now, you guys, you could be doing anything. How many of us are in our team? We've got over 100 now, almost 200. But how many people have taken time out to come and listen? But believe you me, then if we say somebody has become a director, the next person is like, oh, how do we become a director? They won't even celebrate. They won't even celebrate that person. But how can you want something when you, at the end of the day, are not celebrating it? You have to celebrate something in order for it to come. Because when you're celebrating it, no matter how painful it is, When you're celebrating it, the universe would respond. You are communicating with the universe and telling the universe that, you know what, I want it. I want that. I want to get there. But if you're going to shun something that you secretly want, how do you expect then God to do otherwise? Because it says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So your heart wants something, but you speak rubbish, and you expect that the goodness will come. God doesn't operate like that. God hates ugly. God hates it. So you can't, at the end of the day, shun something, speak ill about something, and then secretly want it and think that God is going to be foolish enough to give it to you. He will not. And then you become bitter. You become angry. You think everyone is against you. And those are the same people that will say, oh, you are cashing in on what? The people that are really working know that at the end of the day, they are responsible for their success. They are responsible for their personal development. Because the things that Kai has been talking about for the past 3 weeks work. I did a video, and I think it, like last week, I put a video, and I went back, it's got over like 350 views. How did that happen? You understand? Because at the end of the day, Kai knows what he's talking about. Do we have experience on it? Maybe, maybe not. But he's talking from experience. He's been there. So we're not going to be like the rest of the people that are going to be spamming people that are going. He said something that was so admirable last time. He said, pick up the phone when somebody's got a birthday. Send a text instead of when there is 100 people on their wall, everyone is saying happy birthday. Do something out of the ordinary. And it's been working. It's been working. And you have to, okay, fine. People might, it's like, oh, I'm trying to show that I care. Really care for people. Genuinely care for people, because if you're faking it, people can see it. You can't fake it for too long. You can't. So you have to genuinely care for people, genuinely care about people's well-being. Are they going to do your head in? Yes, they will. Are you allowed to scream? Yes, scream. But you are not allowed to give up. Because if you give up, you're going back to where you were. And if we think about where we've been 2 years ago, who wants to go back there? I don't want to go back there, even if it's not about money. I don't want to be the person, have the attitude, have the mouth that just runs without showing it. I want, when I talk, I want to think about what I'm saying. I want what I'm talking about. When I listen back to it, I want it to encourage me, myself. I don't want to cringe. I don't want to cringe when I listen back to what I've said. I want it to wake me up. I want it to make me want to be a better person, to say, wow, so what you said, is that what you're doing? I want it to tie up. I want to be responsible for my actions. I don't want to say, oh, it was because A, B, C, D. Because so many people have excuses. So many, and if you wanted to find them, they are there. Believe you me, there is so many. There is so many. And you know what? The more we want things, the more life comes up and hits us left, right, and center. Things come up, and you're like, but dear God, what is happening? But you have to learn to encourage yourself. Hence, that's why it is important to write your vision down, so that those that see it can run with you. You need to have at least 2 people in your life that are going to help you, reach your goal. Sometimes it's not your best friend. Don't be disappointed when your best friend doesn't understand what you're all about. Don't hate them for that, because some roads are meant to be traveled alone. Some roads are meant to be traveled alone. Don't kick a fuss if your partner, your husband, your church members don't get you. Don't hate on them, because at the end of the day, What does the Bible say? Forgive them, for they know not. It doesn't mean they're not your best friend no more. It doesn't mean that they are not your husband, your boyfriend, your partner. But some things you have to experience them yourself. If you're a mother, you can't say, give birth for my child. Please, can you give birth to my child for me? I'll pay you. When I get to 9 months, can you please? You have to go through the pains yourself. You have to go through the process yourself. And then you will have a story. You'll have something to talk about. So all I want you guys to realize that yes, it's going to be exciting, but it's going to be harder as well. It's going to be tougher, and there's going to be opposition, but you have to have a back that has got corrugated iron. You have to be in that position whereby you expect people to say, you know what, you may think that you are a boss lady, you are not the boss of me. It's fine. Cry if you have to. But then you have to pick yourself up from there. Don't expect everyone to get you. Don't expect everyone to understand your vision. Don't expect everyone to know where you're going. And some people, they may take you halfway. Some people may take you quarter way. And some people may go with you for the long haul. But one thing that I know about this opportunity, about this binary that binary hybrid, is it makes it easier. It makes it easier for us to achieve our goals. It makes it much easier for us to get to where we want to get. And we will get there. We will. So I promise that today we're not going to take much time. And I'm sorry Stanasia got caught up, but I had spoken to her. Bless her. That's how it is. We could have said, oh, we're not gonna have a hangout because Stanasia is not here. She said she was gonna be here, but where is she? You understand what I'm talking about, guys? These are the things that there'll be times when you want to speak to me, I would not be there. But that should not stop you from getting what you want, because you have to want it for yourself. That's why in the video today I said, worry about yourself. What is it that you want for yourself, not for anybody else? And be willing to go through the process, because you can't be a 5,000 per week earner without being trained enough to go through all those things. Everyone can have money. That's why you see all those stupid celebrities. They have the money, but then you don't want to be like them. Some of them, you look at them, you're like, you know what? If that's if that having money is like that, I might as well not. They give a bad name to being rich. They give a bad name for having stuff. But money does give us things that would make life much easier. And we're not going to apologize for wanting it, because it will make our lives much comfortable. But we have to be faithful stewards for that money. And that means we have to go through the process. And it means that we have to be able to endure. And Paul said, I have run the race. Running the race doesn't mean that you close your eyes and then you open them and you are 200 meters away. Sometimes you may want to give up, but don't give up. Okay, guys, so I'm not gonna take too much of your time today. Does anyone have anything to say or ask? You can type it, because I don't know what happened to the muted. It cannot be unmuted. You can type it. Maybe God is trying to tell you that act more, speak less. actions. And congratulations, hey, this lady, Mrs. K. I am so proud of you, my sister. Oh, I'm really, really proud of you. You know, I remember when we started, man, you were so shy. You're like, I don't know if I can ever do this. I'm going through so much. Things are not okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. But look at you now. Look at you, future director. You, if anything, if not for anything, I just love inspiring people. I I'm getting emotional. I enjoy what I'm doing. I read somewhere that it says you have to be afraid to die without making a change in this world. There's so many nasty people out there. Why should we want to be one of them? Why should we be one of the lazy ones? Why should we be those that are fighting with people out there? We don't want to be like that. And if and the people that I hear, most of them are Christians. I think all of us are. It's not easy. If anyone can lift up their hands and say being a Christian has been the easiest thing ever, then you're not a Christian. You don't know how many times I've told my mom that I'm not going to that church. I am not going to that church. I know the word of God and I will do it. I will pray in the house. I will stay in the house. I don't need that church. I've said it. Believe you me. The journey is not easy, but God is faithful. The word says, God keeps his covenant of love to those that obey and keep his commandments. So he keeps his covenant of love and mercy. So at the end of the day, we've already won, but we have to endure. And whatever that we're going through, I always tell myself that Christ has gone through worse. So why should we give up? Giving up is not an option. I say to myself, it's not over until I win. It is never over till I win. Me. Until I win, it's not over. No, it has to. The show must go on. So, guys, let's work. I love this opportunity. I love my team. I'm so proud, and they're seeing us. They're seeing us, and let's not stress about recruiting because you do not want to recruit worms and maggots.
So true.
Some people, if you don't feel the vibe, don't sign them up because they'll be a pain. There's no rush in Africa. We may be abroad, but we're still Africans, so there's no rush. Have quality people. Have people that you would know that at the end of the day, they've got your back and you got their back. And that's what we want. If you're talking to someone, and you're not feeling the conversation going in the right direction, just leave it. Because we've got the spirit of wisdom and we've got the spirit of discernment. We're not rushing because we're in this for the no, for the long haul. So guys, thank you and God bless you.
Thank
It's good to
you.
see you. There's so much that's gonna happen and I know we're gonna do great. I love you from the bottom of my heart and I pray for you all the time, always. I don't care about people thinking that this is about money. It's not. We do not want to lose our souls to the devil in the process of changing people's lives. So we have to be mindful of our eye gaze, our ear gaze, everything that we listen to. And persecution will come, but it's part of the process. And how you respond shows your maturity. as well. So God bless you all and keep you.
Same to you too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions before I zoom off?
No, I'm good.
Good night.
Good night.
Is anyone saying anything?
Yes, I am. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
sorry.
Now saying good night. Thank you, though.
Okay.
I'm here to be.
Okay then. I think there will be a recording if somebody feels they need to listen to what I was talking about. But let's just keep it simple, guys. Let's not be sharing emails to people when they're asking about the opportunity. Don't stress yourself. Keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Don't, if you make it too technical and too difficult, people will be scared because they'll tell you, I'm not going to be able to do what you're doing. I'm not going to remember what you're talking about or what you're saying right now. So does it mean that for every prospect, then I have to say or do the same? But if you just keep it simple, then they will see that it's simple as, and then it's not going to be very difficult. You get
Yeah,
me?
that's true.
You
Yep.
understand, guys? Yeah, don't try to make it too technical. Oh, you get paid this, and then this, and your power leg, and your pay leg, and your. No, no. Just keep it simple. Yeah?
Yep.
Later. Later, dudes. Thanks for
Thank you.
hanging out with me. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.